Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Mzansi Ganas. Welcome to the biggest channel in YouTube. The world of Arsenal. The world of Arsenal. Welcome, guys. In today's video, we'll be talking about Arsenal in general, about the window so far, about what is circulating around in the world of sports so far in this window. But then, nothing much interesting has been going on so far. There have been a bit of rumors there and there, but nothing concrete to report in terms of player movements, in terms of player sales, in terms of player intakes. There's nothing so far to report about. But then I wanted to speak about the Vinicius Junior. What is happening there, and then we'll later on speak about then the other Brazilian guy, Bruno Guimarães, supposed move to Arsenal. Let's get into the video. So, I was so excited about Arsenal being linked to Vinicius Junior, and to think of it is like it's like that news, the news that came that David reported that day. It was like when you carry your child to you walk with your child, go past a candy shop, and you see that with the face on your child being like glittering and so happy that finally my dad is gonna buy me a candy. That was how I reacted to the news that Arsenal are exploring a move for Vinicius Junior. I was so excited. I don't want to lie. I know earlier in the week I was like, no, I don't like what Vinicius does in terms of his antics and everything. He seems like someone who's easily triggered. But then, take nothing away from him as a footballer. As a footballer, he's somebody who's very good on his ability, on everything that he does. He's very, very, very good. He can beat 2-3 defenders in one move. So, take nothing away from him. The move itself, for not just for Arsenal only, but for the league, for the league, it's gonna be like a game changer. When you think of such a big move, I would look at which other move was so big. Cristiano Ronaldo's move from Real Madrid to Juventus, how it transformed Serie A. Serie A was transformed by that move. And which other one? Another one, it's Cristiano Ronaldo again from Juventus to Manchester United. It was so big, it was so huge. The return of the prodigal son to Manchester United. It was like so big, for not just for Manchester United but for the league as well, because they could attract superstars again. Was a superstar back then, but then now when you think about it, there are no superstars in the Premier League apart from Erling Haaland. There is no other superstar in the Premier League. So if the league gets Vinicius Junior, that is like he's going to be the face of the Premier League. He's going to be the face of Arsenal. Like the big games is going to be the face of just everything will be like super. Economically so, financially so. I think like Arsenal will benefit a lot from having signed Vinicius Junior, and the league as well will be like benefiting like a lot. in terms of they will be unlocking um, new streams of fan base across the world. When you check at Vinicius Junior, he's a brand by himself. He's not just a player; he's a brand. So he will bring everything to the league. Like people are saying, like, does Arsenal even have the no, 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 no. If Arsenal can pay two players a salary of about 700,000 pounds a week, so who says they can't pay Vinicius Junior around 450 pounds a week to 500? But I don't think they will be like 500 pounds a week, but around 450, I can tell you they can pay that amount of money. So yeah, it would be beneficial for Arsenal to sign him. It would be beneficial for the league to have a superstar coming to the league. He's not just an aging player, but a very he's still young. He's still on his prime years. Like he's 26. And on the other hand, like I like to look at the side of Arsenal, the pulling power that they will have. And now it's like Arsenal flexing their muscle to say, look what we are doing. We can take a Vinicius Junior, we can settle a biggest powerhouse in terms of Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a powerhouse of a club, but then now they're shaken by this team, which is Arsenal. And Arsenal are like, you know what, we'll flex our muscle. We'll try to test the waters, how strong they are or how weak they are. But then it seems like when we look at each and every angle, it's like Arsenal are winning. Yes, bad thing has been reported so far since that news, which David Ornstein broke a couple of days ago. But then when you look at the aspects of what is going to happen, and then you start to plot pieces to pieces, and then you get them together and be like, okay, what happened to Vinicius June? It's been like 18 months since he hasn't signed his contract. The contract has been on the table for about 18 months now. That's been dragging for a year and a half. So take that into consideration. Real Madrid will never allow him to go on a free. Never, never, never. Unless, they will never, not even unless, they will never let a player go on free. A 26-year-old, two-time Champions League winner, he's not going on a free. And then, on the other hand, since Kylian Mbappe came to Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior has been playing second fiddle to him. And come to think of it, it's like when he goes to Arsenal, he'll be like the superstar. He'll be like on everyone's lips. Everyone will be talking about Vinicius. So he'll be like the god of Arsenal. Let alone if he wins us the Champions League and retain the Premier League. That's like everything that Arsenal fans will look for. So yeah, I'm optimistic about this. I'm very, very much optimistic about this. Until he signs a contract with Real Madrid, I think if we go into the final weeks of the transfer window and he's not signed a new contract, I'll be like, you know what? Put any number to Real Madrid and they will be willing to sell. They'll be willing to sell. They will not even think about let's take him for a year and then we see what happens. No. Because at the end of the day, if they let him run down his contract, he will have more power. And that's not what Florentino Perez wants. a player having more power over the club. No, that's not how he operates. Florentino Perez wants to be in charge of everything, on top of everything. So yeah, if I'm an Arsenal high rank, I'll be like putting any number that Real Madrid wants and table it to the table, put it on the table, and let them decide whether they want to run down Vinicius Junior's contract or not. I'd be like very, very excited to have him in the club. We haven't had a left wing specialist since uh, Alexis Sanchez left the club. That's like ages ago. That's when he left the club. We haven't had any top superstar on that left. Yes, Martinelli has tried, but we all can see that they're selling. I think like maybe try him on another position, but that left hand side is not for him anymore. So another thing is like I want to discuss is the Bruno Guimarães saga that's been going for over a month now since the World Cup. Now the World Cup is already like gone and dusted. We've watched the World Cup and it's gone. But the Bruno G saga has even is like still on the lingo. So in today's news that Eddie Howe has left his post as Newcastle United manager. So that raised eyebrows for everyone reporting from the journalists and everyone in the world of sports that a manager leaves a club at this particular time, not just any time, but a few weeks before the league starts, before the league resumes. And I think that the sale of Bruno Guimaraes has put a nail in the coffin in terms regarding Eddie Howe's managerial post at Newcastle, because nobody wants to lose his captain, let alone his best player, not just a captain, but the best player in the team. So nobody want to lose that. And when you look at it deeply, it's like Newcastle it's like they don't have any direction anymore. So nobody wants to be involved in that kind of mess. So we'll just wait and see, because tomorrow is Friday and everything. Everyone was reporting that Friday will be like the D-Day, and when you look at it now, it's like those reports were true, because it can't be a D-Day and nothing happens. No. First things, Eddie Howe is gone, and now I don't think Bonucci will stay in this mess as well. So that's it for today for us to report. I think we'll come back later if we have any news. We have any news that if anything has happened, we'll come back and report it again. So guys, don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to engage for me to create more content for you guys. Subscribe to the channel, engage, and hit that like button. Thank you.